2 weeks ago, I made a video entitled My Top Disability Jam about the song I nominated for disability related music playlist. However, the more gifted of my subscribers would know I nominated 2 videos for the playlist and both were put on it. Why? Because I fucking said so in the video. So why did I talk about only one? Well, it's quite simple really. I made the video intending to discuss both songs, then the first song was taking so fucking long, I thought I'd just leave it as one, because I know people can only handle so much TED. So anyway, I thought I'd now discuss my second disability song, which is a song called Welcome to the Human Race by Trout from his album The Outsider. This album came out about 10 years ago, where he was like at the tail end of his 50s, and this is a very interesting personal album. There is a lot of self-realization on this album, almost like he's coming to terms with the fact he'll never be a household name, like the title track, The Outsider. He's always been the outsider, standing on the outside looking in. Or there's a track called The Next Big Thing, which is about the hyped guitar player who's built to be the next big thing, until the next big thing comes along. And I might be wrong, but I think it sums up how he feels he is sane, even amongst his more loyal fans. However, it's the first track, Welcome to the Human Race, which I particularly associate with. And I'll give you a rundown of the lyrics now. Like most of the songs by my favourite artists, it's far from a ballad, and some verses just say the same things as the other verses, but with slightly different words. So if I skim over some bits, I'm only doing that to save you time. I've been loved and I've been hated. I've been praised and vilified. I've been accused and vindicated, and pressure's been applied. I've been interrogated, validated, left without my pride. Sometimes I have told the truth, sometimes I have lied. As you may have noticed, this has a similar rhyming pattern to Can't Win, the other song I analysed. Now, if you're an academic psychologist, you may be able to tell me that there is something emotionally comforting in hearing similar rhyming patterns, but fuck it, I don't know. As you can tell, the song isn't about being a particular thing or identity, but it's more about what you've been through and how he's had pretty much everything happen to him. And yes, when you are disabled and have spent your entire life as a disabled person, you've pretty much been through everything. Now to cut to the glorious chorus, and when I find myself in a cold and empty space, and then a voice inside says welcome, welcome to the human race. I just think this is a wonderful way of saying, yeah, that's life. There's always rough with the smooth, but you just have to take it. And musically, the song has a wonderful, secular feel. It's a fast 6/8 rhythm, and if you don't know about blues, 6/8s are normally slow, so fast for 6/8 still means quite slow. And with the help of the chords, it kind of spirals up to the chorus, then kind of spirals back down again, almost as if to say, yeah, this is just the cycle of life. Now, to save you and me time, I'm not gonna read out all the other verses and choruses. I'll just whack them up and highlight the bits I'd like to talk about. I'm certain this isn't deliberate, but the references to being wounded and being down upon your knees does resonate with me and having cerebral palsy, what with falling over and hurting myself a heck of a lot. And although I can't link this bit with having cerebral palsy, it does resonate with me too, what with having an ego which is bigger than the success I've had. And the next chorus is more or less the first chorus, but instead of finding myself in a cold and empty space, it's with teardrops on my face. So yes, nothing further really to analyze from a disability angle, so I'll skim over this bit as I will the next verse. Yeah, blah blah blah, nothing really said here that I can analyze in more detail. However, this bit in terms of disability is far more interesting. The idea of being packaged and presented, used as inspiration porn, as disabled activists like to call it. I find this ties in a lot with what it sometimes feels like being disabled and how people can look at you. And if you didn't gather, the last line of that verse fits semantically with the last chorus, which is hiding in the shadow, just trying to find my place. Then a voice inside me says welcome, welcome to the human race. This song definitely ends on a high, at least in terms of this academic disability related analysis, or whatever the fuck you want to call this video. Hiding in the shadow, just trying to find my place. That sums up being a disabled person so perfectly, and wondering how you identify. Who are you? How do you relate to society? Everyone asks these questions. Even an able-bodied blues rock guitarist, evidently. But I think disabled people have to think about these questions more. So yes, I think the song is perfect for explaining how it feels to have a disability, as it is explaining how it feels to be slightly against the grain. I mean, The Outsider is such a perfect name for this album. I recommend you get it, play it rather fucking loudly.